Hi, I'm doing a quick update just to let everybody know that's been asking. I am leaving the UK tomorrow, crossing over the channel, and I'm hoping it's going to be better weather because the weather today and yesterday has been atrocious here in the UK. It's been about 13 degrees and it is blowing like the clappers. In fact, you probably hear the wind. If you look outside here, you can see the horizontal trees blowing and you can hear the wind whistling through the door. So I left Yorkshire this afternoon, and while I'm talking about Yorkshire, a big shout out of thanks to Trudy and David, who have been the most unbelievable friends, who have not only put me up but put up with me. So thank you to them, because without their help I'm not sure I'd be where I am today. So thank you. And I'm parked outside Lincoln, and on my way south tomorrow I'll catch the ferry across, as I said, hoping that the weather will improve. Apparently it will, but who knows with the UK weathermen. And then I think maybe Bluebell's first trip out of the country, possibly never to return, and everything is fine. Considering that I arrived with 3 bags in the UK 6 months ago, I now have not only a nice curtain behind me, but I have a van full of stuff, and I still have to pick up more stuff in Luxembourg before I head down to Barcelona, where my nephew, the lovely Gary, has promised to help me build out the inside, which I'm very excited about because he's very good with his hands and building things, so that should be exciting, and hopefully he can help me build something really special. So that's my update. First go live update on going home to Africa. Thanks for following me, and please invite your friends and tell people, because the more people that follow me, the more it helps me and encourages me. So thank you all. Take care. Bye. I'm in love with Bluebell. Oh. She's my Bluebell. Hi. I hope you can hear me over the sounds of the engine. Try and get rid of this wire somehow. I'm in Cameroon. The last few days you've not heard from me because I've had literally no signal. It has been horrible. I can't even begin to describe how horrible the roads have been. Bluebell has been a badass. She has just managed the thing. Wow, I have to tell you, it has taken all my driving, I have to wave at the locals, all my driving ability to get through some of these places and some of these roads. Really not meant for a 2x4 at all. It's been exhausting and horrific. The people in Nigeria, I have to do a special message and say thank you to them. All of the wonderful people we met, just amazing people, the kindest, nicest, generous people I have met yet in Africa. But I'm alive. I still have one stretch of really bad road to go, and then I will post this because I will have hopefully gotten through that in one piece. And there's a river to cross with steep sides.
River crossing, and it looks easy peasy.
And then there's another one as well after that. Love you all. Thanks for following.
Going home to Africa, the adventure of a lifetime. I'm Ella Vimbai Nashemanjero from Display Studio, and I'm going to meet one of the bravest women I've ever seen in my entire life. She drove an old transitive van all the way from Europe to Zimbabwe. Guys, I'm so excited to meet her. Today I'm joined by a beautiful, brave lady, and she has got a story to tell us.
Originally from Bulawayo, and that's where I was born and raised, and I went to school to Evelyn, which is a girls' school, and yeah, that's where I was born and raised. But I left Zimbabwe in 1981, and I was away for 38 years, and then I came home. I came home I guess an unusual way compared to most people, but I've been back since August 2019. and I very much enjoying being home again. Well, actually, when I left, I lived in South Africa for a number of years, and then from South Africa I went to live in the UK, and then I lived in Portugal, and then I lived in Luxembourg, and then I lived in Spain. So I've actually been around a lot. So I've traveled to many places, and I can tell you that I know that many people want to go and live in Europe, and they want to escape Zimbabwe, but I have to tell you that I think you should do it, but you should always come home, because there is nowhere that is as wonderful and as beautiful with such amazing people as in Zimbabwe, truly. In Europe, the weather is cold. I'm sorry to say, but the people are cold. It's hard work. You're literally getting up in the morning in the dark, going home in the dark. It's long hours and long commutes driving around. I think that everybody should go and experience Europe for themselves, and I think it was a great growing experience for me. I certainly learnt a lot, but I think part of that is that I've brought back a lot as well, and I think that's where the real benefit lies, is in the value and the talent and the learning and the things that we come to understand when we come back, and bringing that back to people at home. So yeah, go travel. I think travel is an amazing thing to do, and absolutely you should travel and enjoy it and experience different places and cultures. I've lived in 6 countries on 2 continents, so I can definitely say I've done that. I thought about I was unhappy in continuing to be in Europe, and I just thought, actually really what I want to do is I want to come back to the warm heart of Africa. So I wanted to come back to the warm heart of Africa, and I thought, actually, with all the things that I've learned over the last 38 years, there must be something that I can do, that I can bring home and help people here. And I was right. So I came back because I wanted to be back at home. I've also lived in many countries where English was not the language, and it is really difficult, and I'm getting too old to learn too many new languages. I get asked that question a lot. I get asked, but surely you could just get on a plane and go. Yes, I could have. I could have gotten on a plane and come. But I've driven through North America, and I've driven through large parts of Europe. And so I know a lot more about those places. And I realized that having met people in the diaspora from Benin and Congo and Cameroon and Nigeria, I was like, I don't know enough about Africa. I just don't know enough about Africa. So I thought, wouldn't it be amazing if I could just drive home? And why not? And I wanted to just show other African leaders that this is what a road to a border should look like. Well, to be honest, in Europe, it's not unusual to see women driving on their own, and it's pretty safe. I think as a woman, everywhere we go in the world, we have to think about our safety first. That's just a given. We have to think about how safe we are at all times. And it was no different in Europe than it was for me in Africa. But in Europe, women are often driving, so that's, wasn't unique. But certainly driving through Africa on my own as a woman, I got asked that question all the time. Most of the police checkpoints throughout Africa, and there were many, they would be like, you're on your own? I'd give them my papers, and they'd be like, checking behind me in the car to see why was I on my own, and they'd always say, why are you on your own? And you need a husband. And I'm like, no, I don't need a husband. No, I don't need a driver. So that was challenging coming to Africa, where it was very unusual to see a woman driving on her own. But I never felt unsafe in Africa, to be honest. So when I decided to leave Europe, I started to think about what I wanted to do in Africa and coming home to Zimbabwe. And I've always been very involved in women's organizations, and in Luxembourg I was the president of a women's network. And I did a lot of research, and I found that there's really only one thing that we need to do to improve the whole of Africa and this country, and that is educate girls. If you educate girls, you improve the socioeconomic conditions of a country, and you increase the GDP, you improve community health, you reduce child and maternal mortality. The list of things that the benefits of educating girls is just immense. So I thought to myself, well, that's because I can apply my time and effort to many things that can help this country. But what I was looking for was a long-term solution. It's fine to fix today and fix again tomorrow and fix again the day after. But what I really wanted to do was make a solution, put my time and effort into something that really changed things for the future. And to me, girls' education is the one thing that will change this country for the better. So I'm very passionate about girls' education. I'm doing a lot of work on that project. I have only a small number of girls at the moment that are from vulnerable or disadvantaged backgrounds that I support, but I'm hoping now that the book is out of the way and the driving is out of the way that I'll be able to spend more time actually working on that project. The book. So yes, I have a lot of followers on Facebook. My book, my journey, everything is called Going Home to Africa. And a lot of people wanted me to tell the story, so I told parts of my story on Facebook while I was driving, but people wanted to know more, and I didn't have much time while I was driving. I was looking after the car, I was looking after me, cooking, eating, planning, visas, all those sorts of things. So there wasn't a lot of time to post on social media, so a lot of people asked me to write the book, and so I wrote the book. I think it took me longer to write the book than to do the journey. At one stage I said, I think I'd rather go through Africa again than do another book. But I have actually started another book, which is going to follow this up, which is called Being Home in Africa, which will tell the story about me coming home. So I think that might be interesting as well. And there's a guy on top. So my girls fund is called Kusasa, which I'm based in Bulawayo, so it's the Ndebele for tomorrow, because I really believe that educating girls is about tomorrow. And my Facebook is kusasa.africa, the website is kusasa.africa, Instagram kusasa.africa. So contact me through any of those channels. And I think the thing that I'm looking for most at the moment is people who have knowledge about life skills programs or about education. I don't have children. I chose not to have children, but so I need a lot of information, and anybody who can help me with fundraising or connections, any of those sorts of things are always helpful. Okay, well, it's available here, but I will be listing on my Facebook page and on my website. I'll be listing the stockists probably next week. So if you go to my Facebook Going Home to Africa or my website goinghometoafrica.com, I will list all the people that will be stocking the book.